Hello and welcome to Year 7 at Utopia High. It's getting close to the start of the new school year and this is a big year for you. First year of high school and a new school. But don't worry, everyone in your class is in the same boat as you. You're all the new kids. So I've made this video to help you get an idea of what to expect when you come to Utopia High, and so you can start the year off with some confidence. So my name is Dr. Clark and I'm your homeroom teacher, and my job, amongst other things, is to help you to navigate through your first year of high school. So a little bit about me. I joined Utopia High last year, and before that I was an aerospace engineer, which means I was working in engineering to do with aircraft and spacecraft. So I did that for about 20 years, overseas and on the mainland. But now I've moved back to Tasmania, where I'm originally from, and I love it here. And now I'm teaching maths and science and technology to Tassie's next generation of engineers and scientists. So some of my hobbies include going bush, and right now we're building this off-the-grid beach shack. Fostering cats. Here is Little Bess. She's 12 months old and we've had her for 3 days. We've had lots of other animals, including dogs as well. And writing children's books. And this one here is a story all about the aurora, where I explain how it happens using rhyming language. I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you. So one thing that we'll do at the start of the year is decorate a wall in our classroom with things about ourselves. So next to your picture, I'd like you to post what you're into, whether it's your pets, books you like, memes even, hobbies, and you can update this throughout the year whenever you want. In high school, you don't just have one teacher and one classroom for all your subjects. So this is your homeroom, and this is where you'll be at the beginning and the start of each school day. So we'll meet here at 8:30 in the morning, prepare yourselves for the day, have any announcements that need to be made, and then send you on your merry way to your different classes. And then at the end of the day at 3:30 we'll again have another little chat here and you'll sort yourselves out before going home. Because I'm your maths teacher, your homeroom is also your maths classroom. So as you can see, the desks are arranged in groups because a lot of your learning will be done in teams. And I'll form these teams randomly and they'll change every 3 or 4 weeks. So your team is there for you to help each other, to discuss answers to questions that I pose for you, and sometimes you'll even be presenting your answers to other teams. So here's our maths wall, and this maps out where we're going in Year 7 maths. As you can see, the main topics are geometry, algebra and statistics. So as a class we'll be adding bits onto this chart as we progress through each topic. So we'll include things like more details, examples of how they're used in everyday life, in jobs, and maybe even news articles that relate to the topic. Every lesson will be busy with all sorts of activities, but there will be a familiar pattern. You'll start by collecting your learning journals at the beginning of the lesson. Have a flip through, see if I've made any comments or answered any of your questions. I'll go through the lesson topic and that'll be up on the board, and you'll also be putting that in your journals at the start of the lesson so you know exactly what we're learning and what we'll be doing. So then your learning activities will be a mix of team activities and individual work and class discussions, and then at the end of the lesson you'll have a few minutes to reflect in your journal about your learning, and then you'll hand it in back to me because I'll be reviewing them regularly. So your maths learning journals, well, what are these? They're a document and they're all about you and your learning. So all your work will be written in there and your theory. I'll be checking them, as I said, quite regularly and giving you feedback, and it's also a way for us to communicate with each other outside of class, one of the many different ways we can communicate. So from time to time we'll be meeting to discuss your learning progress in more formal meetings, and we'll use the journal for that as well. I don't set homework in Year 7, But we do have a schedule to keep. Oh, by the way, this is Little Bess. She wanted to come and say hello to you too. So timing won't always be right for everyone. That's why I provide 2 lunchtime tutorials every week, and these will happen in this room as well. When will you use these tutes? Well, whenever you or I think you need it. So if you wanted to discuss any difficulties you're having, just drop in. If I see you slipping behind, then I'll be asking you to come to a tutorial. I'll either invite you in class or I'll make a note in your journal. Also, if you missed a class, you can use it as a catch-up session. I will expect quite a lot from you as a learner in my maths class. I understand that everyone's different, so I'm not asking for the impossible. I'm just asking for the best you. Okay, so you do your best, not anyone else's. I'd also like you to think about when you come across problems, instead of saying I can't do it, think about, well, I can't do it yet, okay? And then think about what you need to do to get there. And most importantly, mistakes are not disasters, and I don't want you crossing them, well, you can cross them out with one line, but I don't want you erasing them, okay? Because mistakes are fantastic learning opportunities. And if we listen to them, they can tell us what we need to do. As far as how we behave in our class, well, I believe everyone deserves to be able to feel safe, comfortable and respected. We're all responsible for making this happen. You don't have to be best mates with everyone, but you do have to be a good classmate to everyone. And that means being respectful, cooperative and helpful. At Utopia High, when we come across a problem, we'll use restorative practice. And here's a poster made about it by one of last year's students. So you'll learn more about what this is during your first term here. In a nutshell, instead of saying who's to blame and what punishment do they deserve, we say what happened, who's been harmed and how we can make it right. Like all the staff at Utopia High, I'm here to help you, not just in class. We also use the learning journal as a way of communicating, and tutorials, and I'll show you where my office is, and you're welcome to drop in if I'm there and you want to have a chat, and also via email. So here's my email address. If you have any questions before term starts, feel free to email me. I'll try to answer within 2 or 3 days during the holidays. It'll really depend on where I am and what I'm doing during the holidays, but I will give it my best. In the meantime though, enjoy your summer break and I'll see you on day 1 of first term. Bye!